Sounding people, it's going down. Chinatown, motherfucker. Let's go. So I've been off for a few days. Went to a conference. I'm back, baby. I'm back, bitches. And my Saturdays and Sundays and on my Mondays and Tuesdays. Hi, good morning, Vula. It's Charles from SOS. I'm not doing too bad. First things first, are you free to speak, or would you prefer if I call maybe next week? Well, it's only to see when you next need stock, because I know that when we've spoken, it's more about the chip issue more than the cost. So that's the point that I want to. Yeah. Okay. No problem at all. So what I'll do is, have you ever heard of the Xerox ones? You know Xerox, the printing company? They do something called the Xerox Everyday Toner. So what I'll do is, if it's okay with you, I'll send you an email now with some Xerox Everyday Toner prices. I haven't done it in the past because it hasn't come up in conversation, but I call it the middle ground. So it's the middle ground between the non-original and the original, but it's manufactured by Xerox, who everybody knows. So I will send you that email, and then if it is something that potentially is still of interest, you just come back to me when you're ready. But there's no rush my end. But it's just something that we've never discussed before, Vula. So I think maybe, it could be a consideration in the future. But I'll send it over now. Yeah, but there's no rush to get back to me. Yeah, there's no rush to get back to me. The reason I've mentioned it now is because you've said that you're going back to the originals, and we both know, you know, that's definitely ease of use in terms of, no hassle, no. Who, if, yeah, if you don't mind me asking, who said every month? Because it should be every 6 months. Yeah, it's every 6 months. Yeah, 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 yeah. How often do you go through the black toner? Once a month. Okay, so it's one every 2 months, probably. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll send you the email. But one thing I will say is that HP normally send an update, a firmware update every 6 months. But has anybody ever taught you how to actually turn off the firmware updates? Because if you turn them off, okay. Yeah, the firmware update is something that, yeah, okay, fair enough. So I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll send you the email, and then, you have a look at it when you're ready. But thank you very much for your time as well. And you have a lovely day. Thank you, Bula. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Absolutely no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I no longer will conversate you. No, fuck it. Nah, I'm not even doing that. You'd just be a nightmare customer. I'm not even fucking dealing with that shit. Hi, good afternoon. Is that Jodie? Oh, yeah, of course. It's Charles. It is from SOS down in Cardiff. Should I try again after lunch? She asked me to give her a call around this time, beginning of June. We last spoke, I think it was in January. Um, but I was trying to get across some prices for ink because every time over the last 3, 4 years, I've always called at the wrong times. So she asked me to call beginning of June. But I know that, I know how busy she is, so I don't want to call at the wrong time. But is there any better time maybe next week? Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. Stressful. Yeah, definitely. Well, I called on Monday and I think it was the first day back, so then I rescheduled to today. So what I'll do is you said mid to end next week. So shall I try maybe next Friday? Or would that be okay? Yeah, of course there is. Yeah, definitely. Because the thing is, I've been quoting you guys for like once a year because I don't want to be seen as like hassling. But the problem that I've been finding is every time I have a conversation and every time I quote, it's always at the wrong timing. So she's like, "Oh, we just ordered 3 months ago." We normally order very once a year. So we've tried to time it this year where I'm ringing and quoting before, not after, if that makes sense. But I can definitely send an email 100% because I like sending emails when people know that they're coming as well because it means it gives them a chance to have a look at it in their own time rather than feeling under pressure to speak on the phone. But I'll if that's okay with you, if you can pass that message on as well to Jodie that I can send an email through, would that be okay? Yeah, I'll send it over now to the supplier's email, isn't it? I think. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because I last sent it. Well, actually, tell a lie. I last sent it on the 14th of November. So we spoke in November, and then we agreed to have a call back in January, and then again in June. So it's been a big 6, 7 months, I think, since we spoke. But what I'll do is I'll send an email through with the pricing and everything. Do you get involved with it at all yourself? Shall I put your name on the email, or is it just Jodie's email address, if that makes sense? Or is it a few people? Would that be okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have a quick look at it. At some point, you might have a look at it. Exactly. Yeah. So I always like to do that as well, Joe. So I'll put your name. It's just Joe. Is it Joe? Yeah, perfect. I'll send it across. My name's Charles, by the way. And what I'll do is I've got all the printer models. I've got the pricing. I've basically got everything ready to send already. So honestly, you don't need to do a single thing. I'll send it across, and then you guys have a look at it, obviously in your own time. In terms of calling back, though, obviously I'm going to send it today. Is it still worth me calling back in a week? Because what I don't want to do is go from not hassling like at all to you guys feel like I'm ringing a lot, and I really don't want you to feel like that. So is it worth maybe giving it a couple of weeks from today, or do you think a week? That that'd be ideal. And then if for example, if I don't hear off you guys for say a few weeks, shall I give you maybe a little nudge in towards the end of June? Would that be okay? Yeah, because that's one thing that I lack, George. When I call people back, it takes sometimes I call back in like I don't know September, and then you'll say, "Oh, Charles, why didn't you why did you call? Or why didn't you email?" So I actually get told off for not ringing people enough, Joe. Honestly, I'm not even joking because you never know, do you? People, people say to call back, but then they're so busy all the time that it's hard to catch someone at the right time. But I'll do that. I'll send you the email today, right now. I'll put everything on it, and then fingers crossed, come back to me. But thank you very much for your time, and I hope you and Jodie have a nice day as well. Thank you. Thank you. Speak to you in a bit. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let's be back in. Hi, good afternoon. Is that Kim? Oh, hi, Kim. It's Charles from SOS. Hiya. These callbacks, honestly, they seem to be going so quickly. So whenever someone says call back in a month, it just goes that quickly, Kim. It feels like I called them yesterday. You know. Honestly, I spoke to someone earlier, and they were like, "I'll just call." I called 6 months between the calls, and the way that they acted with me calling was like I'd been calling them every single week for the last 6 months. And it's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be seen as this person, Kim, that's constantly calling and emailing, which I'm not. But it just feel I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being sensitive. I hate calling people back. Honestly, it really does my head because I always think to myself, it's never the right time. It's never the right place. Do you know what I mean? But with yourself, you did say, because I did put on the notes, I made sure of it. You said you were happy for me to call back, but is now a good time to talk, or would you rather be called back next week? Because honestly, it is not a problem. If it's not convenient, I'll try again. I've been off as well. I've been at a conference in Leeds, so I've been off myself. So let me ask you this then: when are you next likely to need something, and can we try and time it a bit better with that conversation around the time that you might be looking at ordering, if that makes sense? Perfect, perfect. So why don't we have a look at the calendar now? So in 3 weeks, okay, following month. Okay, so if we look at the 24th, the week beginning the 24th, what day that week would you say is best to ring? Because I don't want to miss you either. So I don't. Perfect. So we do Thursday the 27th. Exactly. Exactly. So, well, I'll call you on the 27th. You'll be like, of course, yeah. At least your day goes quicker. Okay. Um, so what I'm going to do is as well, if it's okay, I'm going to put 11 a.m. But when I call, the first thing that I'm going to say is it convenient to speak? I'm trying to say that first because I can talk about ink all day long. It's what I do. But interestingly, not everyone else wants to talk about ink all day long, you know? Yeah, no, no, that's not how life works. Trust me, that's not how life works. I thought I'd have a relaxing Friday, but I haven't been in the office for 3 days, so you can only imagine I've got a lot to be getting on with myself as well. No. There you go. You got a lot more to come next week as well. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna send over. So you don't need any more emails though, do because you've got. Have you got? This is the question I like to ask: is if you need me before I call you back. If for example you want to ask a question or if prices look good or what have you got my details as well? Because that's what I. If you put in Charles or if you put in SOS, it should come up. Because if I, yeah, well, I tried to do it in a way where you get desperate for ink and then you type in SOS and it comes up. But perfect. So that also means now, if you've got any questions about that quote or if it looks good or if it doesn't look good, you can always come back to me and we can have a chat on your terms. You know. In the meantime, I'll give you a bell at the end of the month in about 3 weeks or so. Is that okay, Kim? Okay. You have a lovely busy day. Me too. See you in a bit. Thanks, Kim. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hi Sally, it's Charles from SOS down in Cardiff. We spoke quite a while back actually, back in December, and I sent over some prices for ink for the Oki printer, and then we agreed a call back in June. I tried earlier in the week and obviously today, but if you do get a chance, please give me a quick call back on a Cardiff number, 02922 402 747, and I will drop you a quick email now with my contact details and prices. Just get in touch when you're ready. There's no rush, mind. Thank you, Sally. Cheers. Bye bye. Hi, good afternoon. I was just looking for Louise. Oh, there you go. Um, oh yeah, shall I try again maybe next week? Oh, is she off for a week or so? Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah, there's no rush. I'll try again next week. But thank you very much anyway. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye. Hi, Ben, it's Charles. Not doing too bad. So I set up a callback for 6 months from the last order because, as you know, I call. Honestly, mate, it popped up. Yeah, go on. Yeah, so when I looked at the ordering, give me 2 seconds, I'll tell you exactly, because I've got your ordering over the last, I think it's been 7 years, to be honest with me. I've got, yeah, I'll go to the last order. So the last order, yeah, there we go. So you ordered on the 10th of Jan. But I think I said at the time, I wanted to call and touch base every 6 months because what I do with you, Ben, so do you remember me missing out on an order because I didn't call you enough, if that makes sense. So, so what you did is, right, you ordered, give me 2 seconds. So you ordered on the 9th of June last year, right? So if you go back to last year, you ordered one drum and one toner in June last year, right? And yeah, triple three O's or triple three fives, the Xerox ones. And then you had this same order on the 10th of Jan, but there was a gap. Oh, for one drum, one toner. But in June last year, there was a gap of between March and June, March 22. So there was a gap of 15 months. So when I called you in June, I think you said something like, "Oh, Charles, I placed an order elsewhere," and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do that again and miss out." So I think that's why we said so. So the call isn't to ask for an order. The call was more to keep me in mind so I don't lose anything, if that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, okay, that's an interesting concept. What I'll do is I've got a scheduling system on my emails, where it says schedule send. So I'll send myself an email and I'll say order one of each. So I'm ordering the same as what you had in January and June. And as long as the prices haven't changed, which I don't think they would have been, I'll just do the same thing again. That's an interesting way of doing it. Okay. So when in November did you say? The first, should we go with the first, or is there any particular time? Do the first of the 11th, yeah? That's really interesting. Okay, let's see how this works. I hope this works out well. Right, and to be honest with you, after if you do place in November, to be honest with you, mate, I don't think you'll then need anything for again a long time, if I'm being honest. I think I think a bit longer, mate. I think every 18 months. I think every not every 18 months, sorry, every not every 18 months, sorry, every 9 months, sorry, is what I meant to say. I think it's between 6 and 12. I think so, yeah. So if you order them in November, I think you might be ready again for June, July of the following year. So we'll have a chat. Right, I'll sort that out for you in November, but yeah, of course, mate. But any issues, any problems in the meantime, ring me, email me. You know where I am, Ben. Okay, mate. Diamond. You have a lovely day as well. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Ben. Ye- Oh, do you want me to add that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see when you last had them. Yeah. Oh, you also had a brother printer as well. You don't use the brother one anymore, do you? Yeah, that's what you mentioned that earlier. So you right. Okay, okay. So you've got three printers. Is that right? Okay. So the Xerox 3330 or what have you, that's the one that the toner lasts for a long time. The toner and the drum, right? The brother is right. Let me bring up the actual. What's the model of the Lexmark of the Xerox? Xerox 3330. Is that right? Or is it Xerox Phaser 3330? Yeah, I thought it was a 335. Okay, so it's a work center, so it's different. Okay, so you've got the one with the scanner bit at the top, yeah? Perfect. So the the drum lasts for 30,000 pages, right? And that ends, the last three digits is 555. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay. Now the toner, right? It okay. The toner, does it end in 622? It's a high capacity one. It's fine. It's fine. It's a high capacity. It's going to be an 8.5K toner. Correct. Well, if that's what you haven't got, then of course I can. Yeah. Right. So, exactly. Now let's move on to the next printer. So let's move on to the brother printer. Right. So the brother printer you haven't ordered from me since March of 22. Now the page yield, right? Yeah, but bearing in mind though, the page yield though, Ben, is 1,000. So put that into perspective. So the Xerox toner is 8.5, 8,500. Does that make sense? So although you only have the one, and I'm not saying you need any more, but what I'm saying is bear that in mind that they only last 1,000 print. Does that make sense? So correct. A toner and a drum. No, yeah. So what I'm saying is that yeah. Does it begin with DR? That stands for drum. That stands for drum. So remember that DR drum. Yeah. There we go, mate. The toner stands with TN, and they only last 1,000. So the drum has to be changed every 10. So you've got a drum, that's fine. But okay, I'll give you an example. You know the Xerox toner you have? To have the equivalent page yield, you need 8 toners for the equivalent. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right. But how quickly are you going through the brother toners? Are you going through them? Okay. So it's probably lasting one toner every 3 months, I would say. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to overstock, but then you also don't want to have no stock. Right. And then move on to the HP printer. So these are the 62 XLs. Right. So what's the crack with those at the moment? Yeah, because if you remember in the beginning, I struggled big time. But things change, mate. I haven't struggled for these for three years. You know, you bought them in 20. Go on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. No, mate, that's the way it is. 100%. Yeah, yeah. So do you want to, have you written down the number as well? Because you've written down Charles, but have you got my number in your phone or you've got it? You've got it. Yeah, perfect. Right. So with the HP, what do you currently have in stock? Okay. Okay. So you don't need any brother. There we go. So you don't need any brother. You don't need any HP. You need the Xerox drum. Correct. And now shall I leave the November thing? Right. And is it the black or is it the black and color? Do you use color as well? Just the black. Just the black. Okay. And it's just the one that you need for the 62XL, yeah? Perfect. Okay. Are we sacking off the November idea or yeah, yeah, perfect. So when you put that Xerox in, it's not a massive rush to get back to me, but I definitely would say, make sure you have that spare. But the brother one is the one that I'd keep an eye on as well. All right, mate. I'll leave you to it. I'll sort that out. So I'll sort out a Xerox drum and a 62XL. I'll send it over now. I know. Yeah, I could. When are you back? You back next week? Oh, lovely. Happy days. Well, do you want me to, I don't want to stress you out though over the next 20 minutes. Do you want me to leave the payment until next week? Yeah, yeah. Okay, Ben. All right, Ben. Nice chatting to you, mate. I'll sort that out and then we'll speak in a few minutes. Have a good weekend as well. Thanks, mate. Ta-ra. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. You even wrote that down wrong. St. John Avenue. Stressing me out, man. Fractals. Hi, good afternoon. I was just looking for Robert. Oh, there we go. He's got him about at all. Oh, there you go. But no, it's fine. I'll call back on Monday. But you said Robert's back on Monday, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. There's no rush, honestly. I'll try Robert on Monday. Thank you very much, though, for letting me know. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Okay. 35 seconds left. Do three calls. Hi guys, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was hoping you could give us a quick call back on the Cardiff number, 02922 and I'll drop a quick email through as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Goodbye. DC Nation Radio. Hell, Charles. What my message? What did I do wrong? What's this? 80. Let's go. All right, what am I doing now? Think. Why don't you do your what's blue? Blue spectrum. We are going to do spectrum. We're going to do them a bit. So white is SOS. Black is McDonald's. So what have we got left? So we're going to go with an existing business pad. Fucking pads. Did I? Hi, good afternoon. Is that Karina? Hi, Karina. It's Charles from SOS. Hiya. Oh, I'm not too bad. I was just looking for Lorraine if she's about. Oh, diamond. I'll call back after three. But when you say after three though, shall I try after four? Because I don't want to like ring if she's walking in frazzled. Okay. I'll try after three. Thanks, Karina. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Come on, Charles. Okay. Okay, next one. Let's go. The last touch. Okay. What? Number not in use. 07, 06, 24. Not spoken requote. 07, 06. Follow-up quote. Not spoken. Uh, last ordered March of 2018. Altitude. CF283. CF283. Vision. Boom. Sent. Uh, Ah, hi, good afternoon. Is that Ollie? Oh, I was going to say, is that Tom? I was going to say, is that Tom? It's Chad. To be honest, it's always been Tom. Um, but like, your telephone voice threw me a bit. No, you did a little bit, Tom, if I'm being honest, because I was a bit. Hang on, I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. I'm going to guess on, and it was Tom. It's Charles, Tom. So again, I always say this. I know how busy you are. Um, to be honest, I just want to keep tabs on it. That's all. I'm not in a rush myself. Just to point that out, I'm really not in a rush. But if you guys, if I don't keep like just nudging you every now and again, it's just gonna, you know what it's like, mate. It's just gonna get chucked in, yeah, forgotten about, and then at some point, it will rear its ugly head. So it's better that we just keep tabs on it, even though it's something that's not majorly crucial or as important. But you know, one day it might be because it might not print for some reason. You're trying to print some stuff off, and then it will be quite urgent. You know. So where are we now? Are we? I'm waiting on the batch code, aren't I? For the Is that right? Get the batch code. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Is that what we agreed on? Perfect. My apologies. Okay, so maybe it's yeah, but I can't remember what I said. So in my head, I'm just going with what Tom says. That's the new plan. You have to put it on paper. I tell you, I tell you what. Another reason why I've called is because I'm ringing all my customers beginning with A, and you come up and auto test, and then I seen it, and I thought, I know I've got to ring Tom about something. I know it's the 62XL. I can't remember what it was, so I thought I'll ring him up and he'll know what I'm talking about. He'll take the lead, and then you answer the phone, and I'm like, is that Ollie? It's Tom, and then straight away I'm on the back foot, and then I'm thinking, okay, well he'll still take the lead. All right, Charles, we'll make it up as we go along. Is that okay, Charles? Yeah, that's fine actually. Do you know what I mean? We'll we'll get there. Do you really? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you can't say that. You can't, mate. You've hit the nail. Yeah, yeah. That I get the calls where they speak really quickly. They'll go, "Hi, Steve from Morrison Garage in Derby," and I'll go, "Hi, Steve. How you doing, mate?" He'll go, "You quoted me for something 4 years ago." Oh yeah. And this is what I do. This is the trick that I do. Have you got the email there, Steve? Yeah, I have actually. And then I'm frantically typing in what's the email address? Let me bring it up, Steve. I bring so I know exactly where it comes from. Yeah, so what I do is it's about diversion. It's about diversion because they've thrown it on you, and then you're on the back foot, but you don't want to let them know you're on the back foot. So you've got to throw something out there to get you back on a level footing. And I think it's a stalling tactic whilst you can figure out who the hell it is that you're talking to. Do you know what I mean? So like when someone rings up and says, "Oh, about my car," I had it done 9 minutes ago. You could say, "Oh, what's the reg of the guy?" I don't know how your systems work or whatever, but you could just go there. Just before you go any further, what's the reg of your car? Just so I can like get it in front of me. That's what I do. I say, what's your email address? Because I got to be honest with you, Tom. I probably speak to about 100 people a day, and that's because I cold call. Well, that's every day, you know. But in terms of people coming back to me, genuinely, some people come back to me because I don't call very often either. So some people genuinely come back to me. I'm not even joking. 3, 4 years later, like one garage in Liverpool, he come back to me after like 4 years, and then he then recommended me to his mates down the road. And then I spoke to him in January, and he said, "Charles, I'll call you back next week with an order." I said, "Call me back whenever you want. Honestly, it's fine." And then he called me back in May. So when he called me back, I was oblivious, and he's like, "Oh, Terry said to give you a bell, and we spoke in January." And I'm there going, "Yeah, yeah, I agree to everything, Tom." That's another trick I do as well, which I think you do. Yeah, just agree to everything. Have you got stock? Yes. Is it the same prices? Yes. Is everything the same? You agree to nothing. It's a diddly squat. I love it. I love it. So I agree to everything, which, by the way, I don't think is the best tactic. I never said my tactics are better, by the way. I just said that's just my go-to is to agree to everything. Maybe I should take a leaf out of your book. So do you have them in stock? I need to check that, actually, before I commit to agreeing that they are. Over deliver. Correct. Correct. Yeah. If I could remember that as somebody's kind of barb in my brain, I would definitely go down that road. But the problem with me is I get calls on my mobile. So basically, if I'm out and about, if someone rings my landline, or even if they just ring my mobile, it comes through. And if the number's not saved, I answer, "Hello, Charles speaking," and they'll say, "Oh, yes," and because I don't have access to my emails, that's when I'm really on the back foot because I'm in the car or I'm doing a school run or I'm sat like waiting for the kids to come out or something like that, and that's when I'm really on the back foot. But I think it's a challenge, no matter what. It's always it keeps you on your toes. I think, you know, moments like that. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I think so. I've got my foot in the door with Specsavers over in Ireland. I've done a lot of business with Specsavers in general, but a lot of the stores they've kind of they keep falling to the wayside because the admin staff they leave after X amount of years. The directors are not using me for their other stores where usually you have a director for say like 3 stores and you think, oh brilliant, it's happy with one store, but they don't like push me onto the other two and then I ring the other two and they don't know who I am and I'm thinking, well, it's the same director for all 3. I don't get it. But anyway, I started calling over in Ireland and genuinely they're so receptive to my calls and it's because one of my wholesalers is now based in Dublin and they won't get charged any tax for their going from the UK to Ireland. And genuinely, Tom, I'm not joking. It's put such a rocket up my backside. It really has because they are so receptive. They're so appreciative of my calls. Imagine me ringing someone that probably very rarely gets called all the time with the Specsavers, but very rarely can they take on the calls because it's from the UK. But I'm saying, oh well, actually, my stock is coming from Dublin. The whole shift of the call changes to, oh, does it really? Well, send over the prices. We'll have a look and everything. And so I think I'm going to do really well over in Ireland, to be honest with you, Tom. I'm looking. Oh, 100%. And also, if it goes well with them, it may mean that I can open up to doing business with other companies in Ireland, just as a bit of a break from the UK, which obviously it's only going to be a small portion of my business. But if it puts a rocket up my backside, obviously that has a knock-on effect to the calls that I make in the UK as well. It means it revitalizes me for everything in a way. Just that small pocket of business, and they've only got 60 stores. But yeah, I got my first one last week in Cork, and then hopefully I'll get another one. They said they're going to order soon, so it's going okay. But anyway, let me leave you to it. Right, so the 62XL, you're going to send me the batch code of the black ink when it's run out. So I'm going to send you a replacement. So we're going to be a little bit sneaky in a way, but we'll send the batch code to the supplier. We'll get a replacement because I don't like the thought of you throwing it in the bin because Dave's been so good to me since we started doing business that I know it's something and nothing. It's only like 20 odd quid, but I just feel like I know you put it in the bin or whatever, but I just want to look after you guys. Simple as that. Um, uh, yeah, not at all. And in terms of everything else, you or Dave come back to me as and when. I think I don't know if you need anything. I think you're okay. You last ordered in February and March. So I think everything's should be hunky dory 3-4 months ago. Yeah, perfect. Do the print reports. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, not at all. So you give me a shout when you're ready, Tom. If I don't speak to you before, I will actually put a note on the account. So if Dave orders the ink, for example, and the 62XLs come on the order, I'll put a note on the account. It'll actually flag up to say get batch code of empty 62XL black. And then at least the two of us are not under pressure then to remember. Because let's be honest, by the time Dave comes to order, say it's in 3 months' time, we're not going to remember this. Um, Oh, there you go. There you go. See, I'm on that paper last before someone moves it. But yeah, no, nobody's at some of the meat lines to pick airplane, so I'm telling you, mate. Now that you've said it's important, but I'll leave you to it, mate. Say if you can, say hello to Dave for me, and I will speak to you guys as and when you're ready, mate. If that's okay. Perfect. You have a good day as well. Thanks, Tom. Tony. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Let's go. Oh, is that Scott? It's Charles. Not doing too bad, mate. I got a bit of good news for you about the brother toners. No way. No way. That's weird as hell. That's very weird. Right. So I can get two things. That it is 100% amazing news, actually. So I can get the standard yield compatible, but to be honest with me, it's the XL compatible that I want to supply because that's the one that does more pages. So the standard is 1.2K and the high capacity is 3, right? So it's about just under 3 times the size, right? So the XL original is about 65 and the compatibles I'm going to do at the moment, and it should gradually come down over the next year or so. But I reckon it'll probably be around this price for a while. For the next year anyway, it's going to be 40. So that's ideal for you because you paid, just to give you an idea, so you paid 55 quid, right? And that was for the standard. So you'd have to probably have to buy 2.5. So you'd have to buy 55 times 2.5. So that's 137 quid to 40 quid. So that's amazing, isn't it? Get you on that 3K. So is it, that's obviously run out. So is the do you want one to go in and one to go in the cupboard for stock? Yeah, just need the one. Yeah, no problem, mate. So the one, what to do now, right? In the future now, we need to talk about the drum, Scott, but not for a long time. But the drum isn't even available as a compatible. So the drum original is about 75 quid. I think the print is about 150. So no, I think if the compatible drum comes out, it's going to be about half the cost, right? So it's probably going to be about 50 if I'm being honest, because originally the it's not half because of the chip and the availability and all that nonsense. When the non-original industry kind of catches itself up, it usually gets to about half the cost. So if a drum is about 75 quid, you want to be looking about 40, maybe 35, right? But initially it might be 50, but 50 might still be 25 cheaper than the original. So, but you don't need to worry about it because the drum lasts 15,000 prints. For 15,000 is going to be 5 toners. Yeah, but that's XL toners as well. So we don't need to talk about that for a long time. Look after the printer, mate, because honestly, if you replace the drum in say 2 years' time, you can keep that printer going for probably for another 2 years. Do you know what I mean? I think so, mate. Honestly, mate. Otherwise, you'll just be spending 150 quid for no reason. Like, keep this printer going. I know it may not be the best or whatever, but it's there you go, mate. Yeah. So don't worry about the drum. I wouldn't even conversate about the drum until at least you have 2 or 3 of these toners, and then maybe on the fourth or the fifth, we'll start talking about the drum. Definitely on the fourth one, but if you're ordering just the one now and seeing how you get on, you might not need another one till the end of the year, if I'm being honest. Not at all, mate. No, not at all. Not at all. Exactly. That's about 1,000. I think it's the same capacity as the one I sent out. I think it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, this one, if I send you out a 3K, mate, honestly, I don't think you'll. I think the next one we'll speak is probably going to be like December, I reckon, end of the year, if that. So what I'll do then, mate, do you want me to send you one of these out? Yeah, you ordered that in. Yeah, 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 yeah. And to be fair, you never ordered frequently for the Samsung. It was always. Yeah, it was. Yeah, August last year that you ordered the Samsung. Well, we can have it if you end up using it or whatever. We'll have a chat about that in when you next need the brother toner. To be honest with you, Scott. Yeah. I've been doing this now 15 years, and in 2009, when I was cold calling offices, they were saying, "Oh, we don't print, we go on paperless," and that was 15 years ago. So this thing paperless is just it's like a yeah, 100%. And what it is, I just went to a stationery conference, for example, in Leeds, and the biggest thing was sustainability. So the all the stationery people were talking about, because I'm looking to supply stationery, for example, right? So all these stands that I'm going to, they're all about sustainability. So they're telling me how they're making like a pad out of recycled this and recycled that and this and that and the other. And ultimately, I'm like looking at it, I'm thinking it's not like crap, like, but it's obviously they're doing it, but it's just another thing, Scott. Like it's just regurgitated thing. It's just sustainability or environmentally friendly or paperless and all these things. And I just think just get your head down and just crack on. Like you don't have to sell me about just because this massive push on sustainability. But I got to be honest with you, as long as it works, as long as it bloody blah, as long as it just crack on. You're overselling something that people are. I'm going to be honest with you, people are not actually that fussed about. It's just something that they just want something that fits, it works. If it's a pad, with all due respect, mate, as long as if it's a pad and it's cheap enough, then happy days. They're not too concerned about where it's coming from and who's done this and done that, because it's only going to change in 5 years. They're going to change it to another. I'm sure the biggest push before was environmentally friendly. I'm sure that's what they said, environmentally friendly. Those are the words, weren't it? Well, now it's sustainability. But what's the difference between sustainability and environmentally friendly? Isn't it one and the same thing? It's like a marketing thing. That's all it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. 100%. And also you said about that electric thing. Didn't they change the date from 2030? Isn't it being pushed back? No, no. But that's how it works. Do you know what? I'm trying to get my foot in the door with MPs down in the Parliament, down in Westminster, and I got really really close with one MP, the admin lady, really close to getting an order off him and get my foot in the door. And she said to call back in June, in beginning of June. So I called her back, and she didn't answer. So I sent her an email and said, I missed my call, whatever. Gives us a shout, and she emailed me back, right? And honestly, these emails were really long, and she basically said that the guy that she's under is not going to be going for re-election. And I was like, oh my god, that's gutting. And she was like, no, no, this is what happens in this industry, if you like, in this sector. Like people don't realise this. She said this is normal. She said all the staff now will probably go to the next person, and all the equipment they have will never be used again, and they'll be given new equipment because they have a mono laser printer and a color laser printer, HP, right? And the normal equipment is really good quality, and she said they just get thrown, and then they just get given the new ones. And then this happens I'm sure she said like every 4 years or every 2 years. But she said, Charles, she said, keep at it. But she said, leave it until July. And they said all the new staff will come in and they'll all be worrying about budget. She said that's perfect time to be calling them. And I was just thinking, yeah, but how, like, imagine if I got a decent amount of MPs, for example, using me. Yeah, but after, say, like 2 years, or I can't remember, say it's 4 years, say they don't go for re-election, doesn't that mean I've just lost the business? Like, and when do they come back? Do you know what I mean? So start again with someone else, like, and at different printers. Mate, I'm not just good printers, mate. They're buying original toners, like the money they're paying. And I'm going to be honest with you, Scott, unless I'm under some illusion, I don't know where the MPs get the money from apart from the taxpayer, because I don't think they sell anything. They don't make no profit off anything. They don't work. Like, I'm not having a go at them, but I'm just saying the money that's generated. Mate, honestly, I've tried to get my foot in the door. There's about 600, right, on MPs in Parliament. And what they do is, Scott, they've got a printer in the Parliament office, and then they've got a printer in their constituency, two printers in each offices, right? And all I want to do, to be honest with me, I don't vote. That's how much I care about in politics. I don't even vote for anyone. So, and I don't, I am on the side with you. Like whatever comes out their mouth, I don't believe, but I don't vote for them anyway. The point is, I just want to get some business and make some money, right? But they're spending so much money that I'm trying to go into them and say, listen, don't go for the A toner, go for the X. Like with you, you're obviously at the standard yield. Don't buy the standard now for this XL. They go for the it's 3 times more. I just told you 137.50 compared to 40 quid, Scott. To someone like you, that's not even printing that much. Imagine put that on a level of them printing. That's thousands they could see. It's nuts. But anyway, mate, I'm going to let you go, right? So what I'll do is I'll get this out now for Monday. What do you want to do with payment? Did you want to do? You're a diamond. I'm going to put a link on the invoice, and then you can pay on the payment link. on there, and then I'll give me a shout if you need me beforehand, and if not, I'll probably speak to you around Christmas time, Scott. And let me know how you get on with it as well. Any issues, any problems, email me, ring me, text me, any issues at all, because obviously it is a very new compatible. So if there's any connectivity issues, for example, when you put it in, if the printer doesn't recognize it, anything like that, just message me straight away and we'll sort it. Okay, Scott? Diamond. All right. And you have a good afternoon as well. Speak to you in a bit. Thanks, Scott. Ta-ra, mate. Bye-bye. Bye. Again. Two. 6. I think the order was for 4. What is going on? Hello? Ah, Hi, good afternoon, Ashley. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Scott. Oh, I didn't realise. You could tell that I haven't called for a while, can't you? I Yeah, no, well, last time, yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, you said 4 years, didn't you? So my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business, called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. But Scott tried me out for some ink back in July 2020, but I don't hassle people for business. I've been doing this a long time, about 15 years I've been selling ink. So what I try and do is just be there in the background, and if I'm needed, I'll spring into action. But if I'm not needed, I'm not trying to add to the stress of the day, if that makes sense, by ringing up all the time. Um, Even though everything is going to change in a way, is there any way that I could still maybe send you guys some prices across for ink? Do you have the same printer that Scott was using, or do you know the name of the printer? If not, because or better yet, I can tell you what printer I was supplying. Yeah, yeah, that's the one I got, mate. 302 XLs, black and colours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I quoted him in 1st of July 2020, and then he ordered about a week later. So can I send you guys maybe an email with my name, Charles, and my prices? Would that be okay? Diamond. Give me 2 seconds, Ashley. Yeah, I'm gonna change it over now. How do you spell Ashley? Is it Ashley? Perfect. Give me 2 seconds. Is the email similar to what I've got, but not Scott at the beginning of it, if that makes sense? Okay, it's completely different. All right. Bear with me. So AJ trailer dot co dot uk, and so you're ASHLEY. Okay. Do you have any other printers there, or is that the main one that you use? Honestly, mate, I don't call very often. It could be a match made in heaven. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna send you this email through now. Yeah, exactly. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you the price of the black, the price of the tricolor, my delivery charge, and my name, Charles, and my Cardiff contact details are in the bottom left-hand corner. And then what I'll do on my notes is I'll put for the Aylesbury trailer servicing, I'll just put on there. So is that like closed down now in a sense? Yeah, yeah. So because I oh bloody hell. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, 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 yeah. So you kind of ended up doing what you set out to do in the first place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to tell me that, actually. I got sacked from a stationary job 7 years ago, and I got sacked. I got 5 kids, and I just had my fifth kid at the time, about 4 months old, something like that. And I'd never been sacked before. Now, don't get me wrong. I've always, if I've walked out of a job whilst I'm being sacked, I don't think that counts, if I'm being honest. But I've never been sacked, like as in like told like not to come back. You're actually terminated or whatever contract terminated. Anyway, I decided to just take my knowledge and my experience and set up by myself. That was in March 2017. And then that's all I do, mate, is I supply ink for printers. I supply printers as well. I give so much knowledge, even on a cold call. I'm telling people don't go for like for example, say I called you up and you were using 302s, for example. I say, why don't you use the 302 XL? And then you might say, well, what's that? I've never heard of it. And I'll say, well, the 302s are 100 pages. The 302 XL is 300 pages. It's 3 times more print. And then you might be like, oh, wow, that's brilliant. Send it over. And then you might not use me, but I'm still offering my kind of advice and my knowledge even on cold calls as well. Keeps me even if yeah, I don't give like I just give freely. So and then at the end of the day, if people don't give me a go, but I've given them some advice, then they may come back in the future and remember me for that moment. Yeah, I don't advertise either, mate. I don't even have a website. 100%. I don't have a website, mate, and I supply ink and toners for printers. So think about how mad that is in my industry. It's unheard of. I don't have a business card. I don't have a website. I'm not on social media, and I've just got invited to a stationery conference in Leeds. Couple of days. Well, literally got back yesterday, and I went to a stationery conference on Wednesday for a big stationers because I'm looking to do that. And the stationers they paid for 2 nights in Radisson Blue for me, and I took up a couple of my kids and that's the level of the business that they think that I'm capable of because they pulled out the red carpet for me to go up there. You know, and I just look at myself as just little old me, like I'm just in a little office in Cardiff, and my business is actually doing really well, but I like to downplay it. That's the thing, actually. I don't like to shout from the rooftops and everything. At the end of the day, I just want to still be here. I just want to keep going and still be here. And then I think at some level, your business can go from strength to strength when you've got the foundations. You know. But I really appreciate that, mate, and I wish you the best of luck, and it would be a pleasure doing business with you. So I'm going to send you that email now. Ashley at AJS trailerservicing.co.uk. I'll send you my pricing for the inks. And I know you won't order very often, but you get in touch whenever you need me, and I'll be there for you, mate. Thanks for the chat. You have a lovely day as well. Thanks, mate. Ta-ra, mate. Thanks. Bye bye. Bye bye. All fine. Right, we've done A. Now we're going on to B. Was I looking at? So, Hi, good afternoon. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Ben. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I haven't spoken to him for quite some time. But I was just wondering if he's free. No, no, that's fine. Can I pop an email, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, no problem at all. Like I said, I haven't called him for a long time, so I certainly don't want him thinking that, I'm going to add to his doing his head in. The email address I've got though, because I haven't spoken to him for a number of years, is it still b.depola? Is it at BT Internet? Perfect. Just to let you know, you used to buy ink off me for the printers. Um, should I, if I send him an email, I was going to send him over some prices. Shall I stick with the printer models that I've got from a long time ago, or do you know of any changes, if that makes sense? Yeah, it may be outdated though. So if you get chance, if you guys have a look at it, you can always email me back and correct me if I'm wrong. Because I'm looking at these printer models and I'm thinking I'd be very, very impressed. Well, I'd be very impressed if you still have them because I've got this quote from 2018. So that was 6 years ago. So if you've still got them, even now, even 6 years ago, I was impressed. Yeah, would that be okay with you? Yeah, wicked. And what was your name? Sorry. How are you spelling that? Is it without the H? Ah, see. How did I know it was without the H? I'll send this email across now. And if you guys can have a look at it, that'd be brilliant. But thank you very much for letting me do so, Teresa. Much appreciated. Have a good day. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Uh, Uh, right, okay, so got the Epson M2400. 1435. Nah, fuck that shit, bro. Where's the originals then? All right, let's go to the end of the sheet. Is that Teresa? It's Charles. Sorry to bother you. I just sent the email, but it come back undelivered. Can I just check what I've gone wrong? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. That's frustrating. I got, it says, oh, hang on. My apologies. It says your message looks like spam or has been reported as spam. It's gone into your spam. Yeah, okay then. Thanks, Teresa. Speak to you in a bit. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hi, Brian. It's Charles from SOS down in Cardiff. It was only a quick call, mate. You come under B in my customer list. I was giving the customers with beginning with B a quick ring just to make sure everything's okay with the ink that they've ordered. I know you don't order very often, but if there's any issues, any problems, or if you do need me at all, please give me a quick call on 02922 402 747. But obviously, I know you've got me on email as well. You have a good day. Thanks, Brian. Cheers, mate. Bye bye. Hmm. Don't start this bullshit, man. Hiya, Bobby. It's Charles from SOS down in Cardiff. I only give you a call because I was going through my customer list, beginning with B. I know you don't use ink very much at the moment, but if you do need me, please give me a quick call back on my Cardiff number, 02922 402 747, and I'll drop you a quick email now, which hopefully you can keep on file as well. Thanks, Bobby. Cheers. Bye bye.